Since this movie has been around since 1986, I'm guessing you've probably already seen this one. But in case you haven't, this review does contain spoilers. Should you see Castle in the Sky? Pirates board a fantasy airship in search of a young woman. She successfully evades them as they hunt her, but then her grip on her hiding place outside the ship gives out and she plummets to her presumed doom. Cut to title. Now that's how you start a movie. Despite this incredible opener, a fresh viewing of Castle in the Sky reveals it to be as good as you remember it in some ways and surprisingly subpar in others. I'll start off with what works and then migrate to what doesn't really hold up. Miyazaki's grasp on wonder and amazement is in fine form here. Literally any scene involving Laputa's robots or the floating island itself is a scene of sheer cinematic magic. The general message of the movie is also very interesting. Technology is shown in Castle in the Sky to be something that feeds off of nature. Men dig in mines for precious stones or coal. Technology is clunky, mechanical, and pollutant. Laputa's technology is shown to be sourced from nature and works with it. Now this tech is shown to be far more powerful than the advances the ground dwellers have made, which seem to work against nature. The overall theme of the movie being that if we work with our natural resources instead of consuming them outright, we'll find real power and advance as a species. Except, as the history of Laputa and the humans' general reaction to the discovery of said castle in the sky, we're far too greedy and power-hungry as a species to even be entrusted with this real power. And this is a message that resonates in the real world. Atoms are as natural as you can get. Split one and you get nuclear fission. Boom. Obviously, humans did discover this, and obviously, humans' greed and lust for power have kept this technology from generally being a positive thing. There's a lot to think about once the credits roll. Shita sums up the film's message during the final moments as follows. No matter how many weapons you have, no matter how great your technology might be, the world cannot live without love. If you're thinking, wow, that's about the tritest possible summation of a complex theme, well, you're right. And that brings me to the downer part of this review. Castle in the Sky seems to operate without an understanding of what it even is. Let me explain. It's a movie about a girl searching for her place of origin, the fabled land of Laputa. No, wait. No, it's not. It's a movie about a boy who meets a girl searching for her place of origin, the fabled land of Laputa. Except that's not right either. It's a movie about a boy and a girl who join pirates to escape from the military who's being led by a man who's searching for the girl's place of origin, the fabled land of Laputa. Yeah, that's a bit closer. There's just so much in this movie that's utterly vestigial. Don't get me wrong. Everything you remember being good about this movie is probably still good, but it is easy to forget how legitimately meh most of the running time is. To start with, Hatsu is a boring protagonist. He's also, well, he's not the brightest glowing stone in the cave. He adds almost nothing to the story. Literally everything he does could easily be done by Shita in terms of screenwriting. He's a side character who somehow became the main character without ever offering anything to the story unfolding. It's baffling. The more you poke at it, the more the narrative kind of falls apart. It's a stack of cards built on convenience. For example, the first person Shita meets in the movie after narrowly avoiding plummeting to her death just so happens to be a young boy obsessed with Laputa, the only person in town who believes it exists. How convenient. Or how about when Laputa's weapons are self-destructing, and amid the wreckage Hatsu and Shita find their plane, completely unharmed and ready for takeoff. How convenient. Shortcuts like these happen so often over the runtime of the film that it stops being cute and starts feeling lazy. There's also some really funny, violent slapstick humor that pervades the running time of the film, and it totally works, except when it intrudes on the magical moments and kills the atmosphere. It just keeps reminding the audience to laugh when they're busy becoming invested in the characters or situation or theme. It's ill-timed. Also, Castle in the Sky is a little too comfortable with stripping imagery and themes from Nausicaa while attempting to present them as something new and special. Shita's wardrobe, the parallel between her and her initial nemesis, the flashback dream of her as a child in a yellow field, etc., etc. We've seen Nausicaa. We love Nausicaa. Stop trying to be Nausicaa. Additionally, and this isn't really the movie's fault, but I would recommend watching this one with subtitles. The English dub is distractingly bad at times. Shita's incredible on-off switch with her Australian accent being an unintentionally hilarious part of the movie should you go with the dub. Man, I feel like I'm being too hard on this movie. It has the bad fortune to be regarded as a Studio Ghibli classic, which honestly raises expectations higher than it can manage. The problems I highlight in this review don't ruin the movie, not really. There's still enough Miyazaki magic to keep the castle floating, but you may find yourself checking the time halfway through the film and just wanting to fast forward to the moving robot rescue, the exploration of the castle, or Shita's confrontation with her own legacy at the end. It's a fine movie, but I don't think it holds up to the hype, the memories, or the expectations. So, should you see Castle in the Sky? If you've already seen Nausicaa, Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle, but you're still left yearning for more Studio Ghibli amazement, then yes, you should absolutely watch Arrietty, Ponyo, Porco Rosso, and yes, even Castle in the Sky. If I had to give Castle in the Sky a score out of 5, I would personally give it a 2.9. In my view, it's a hair shy of pretty good. Katie gave it a 3 out of 5. By way of second opinions, here are some aggregate scores for Castle in the Sky. IMDb's score adjusts roughly to a 4, so IMDb thinks it's awesome. Metacritic does not have the movie listed. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an adjusted 4.7, so Rotten Tomatoes thinks Castle in the Sky is just a touch off perfect.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. If you didn't, don't. We rotate through a series of shows, so there's always something new for you. We also have 2 stores. There's the Hungry Creature Boutique and the Cool People Cool Store. Also, if you liked the music you heard in this episode, check out Fractal Impulse on Facebook and Bandcamp and Instagram, whatever social media, and all that stuff. Yeah, cool. Bye.